What's excuse me? What's up, everybody? Good morning. It is 7:12 a.m. in the morning, and movies, music, sports, and life. Y'all know I very rarely do music, even though I'm somebody that spent better part of 20 years. Let me see, 1998 to 2008, right? Yeah, I went a little bit past 2008, so 24. Yeah, basically 24 years I spent. So that's exactly half of my life. By the time February comes, that would meant that I put half of my life into music, and all I got was this stupid fire North Carolina Tar Heels hat. But no, but here to talk about Kendrick Lamar, GNX. GNX stands for Buick Grand National Experimental Car. Um, it's basically a souped out, enhanced Buick Regal. So shout out to the Chevrolet Super Sport, or as they say in LA, Super Spoke, and the Regal. Regal is also very highly a Midwest car, but it's definitely something that's more catered to the South, Midwest, and West Coast because uh, New York doesn't really have car culture like that. You know, you're not gonna get ribbed for riding a train in New York because of the 9 million people there. 7 million are on the train. It's only about 2 million people driving cars. Whereas in Atlanta, population is 6.5 million, and 5 million of them are on the highway. At any rate, GNX has 12 songs. Um, Nobody knew that it was coming out. I was at work all day, and then shout out to my boy Bubba, aka Uncle Chill, cause he always trolls me and tells me that something is going on, and I usually just shake my head and text him like, dude, why you lying? And then every now and then I get the curiosity to look, and then he be laughing because he was lying. So I get a text. This new Kendrick Lamar album is fire, and I just like I did. You can't see my eyes because of the shades. I rolled my eyes, and then I look it up, and the album actually came out. So he got a kick out of that because he was telling the truth. So it has 12 songs. Let's address something real quick. If this is an album or a mixtape, obviously it's on Apple Music. Uh, the only song that you could say that it's a mixtape is Reincarnated because they use the instrumental for the song Made Figures, which appeared on the movie Gang Related, the soundtrack. Tupac featuring the Outlaws. They had a music video for it. But it's all original beats. So I know a lot of mixtapes lately have just been albums that are using original beats and they just still call it a mixtape. The only thing that would make me say that this is a mixtape and not an album, number one, it doesn't have a single skit. And maybe Damn didn't have any skits. Maybe Damn was just straight 10 fire songs. But it always seems like Kendrick albums have, if not a skit, at least a song that's like an intro. Um, so this doesn't have any intro outro skits. It's all original music. And then the third thing that makes me say this is a mixtape is the Heart Part 6 is on it. And the Heart series has never appeared on an official Kendrick album before, ever. So, who knows? All right, there's only 12 songs. And I'm going to focus on the 6 best songs because I kind of had a rule, not just should 50% of your songs be good for me to consider the album. I mean, for me to consider it a good album. My standard goes higher if I love half of your album or better. Because then that, to me, that means that you got multiple songs that are far above average. So, looking at it from that perspective, I'm going to give you the 6 best songs in order in terms of how much I liked them. Keep in mind, this is subjective, so you might not agree with me, but that's cool. Number 1, best song on the album is Whacked Out Murals. Number 2 is Squabble Up. Number 3 is The Heart Part 6. Number 4 is Reincarnated. Number 5 is TV Off. And number 6 is Luther, featuring the beautiful sister from New Jersey, who I believe her father is Muslim. And she got her idea for her name being Scissor from the RZA. So, Whacked Out Murals. Did he take a shot at Kendrick, Lamar, and Snoop? Snoop seems to think so, and also seems to just take it in stride. He says, yeah, Kendrick, it was the edibles. West up, King. So, you know, the only person that Snoop ever dissed was Eazy-E and Suge Knight. You know, Snoop has a history. Like, check it out. Snoop got a lot of criticism for not wanting to be involved with the beef with Pac and Biggie. And some West Coast people say he a traitor for that. But isn't it consistent with who he is? The only 2 beefs you can ever remember him having is him being a young prodigy of Dr. Dre, and Dr. Dre say, sick him, we gonna sick him. You know, I'm a young, tall, skinny dude from Long Beach trying to transition out of the Crip world. And they say I can do this by making words rhyme on a microphone. And doing that in front of cameras and on stages. That sounds like a pretty easy trade-off for me. You know, and then with Suge, we know what it was. Ain't no telling how many times Suge probably beat Snoop up or threatened him. But, yeah, he's not a dude involved with beef. And to be honest with you, the only thing he did in that situation was he did not block Drake from using his voice. When it came out, he didn't strike it down, so he let the artist live. He probably felt like, if you're honest, Snoop not blocking that song probably helped Euphoria to be as great of a song as it is. You know what I'm saying? He had a lot of verses in Euphoria talking about how Drake didn't deserve to represent Pac in any type of way. You think those lines would have been that venomous if Snoop said, no, the song can't come out? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so Snoop is in the clear, and his attitude and the grace in which he took those shots is 100, man. He understand that's the last thing we need right now is for two West Coast artists to be beefing. And then Snoop was like, man, I'm 52. He might be older than 52 possibly. He's like, I'm not even known for music no more. I'm known as a brand. And last thing I'm going to do is divide the West Coast over this young kid taking shots at me. Squabble Up. I don't know about y'all, but I love Squabble Up. And it's so crazy that we all wanted to hear that song after he played it at the start of the Not Like Us video. Uh, if you're honest, I don't think a lot of y'all are honest. Like just me, I'm the only person in the world that's honest. It's not quite as good as I thought it was gonna be because you will admit when that came on at the start of that music video, dude, you thought this song was gonna be bigger and better than Not Like Us. But I think that was off the heels of how much we were anticipating the music video because the song had been killing it for so long. It seemed cool to hear something that seemed like it had a better beat. It might have been a better song. But just really good production, real fun song. Heart Part 6. I will tell you, I I don't think this is a better song than Reincarnated. So why would I put it number 3 and put Reincarnated number 4? I think it was an incredibly honest song. Like, to be honest, I was kind of bored by the sample. I was kind of bored by the interpolation of the singing. Just basically remaking the R&B song. But then I kind of divorced myself from being bored with the recycled melody and song, kind of vibe. I divorced myself from that and listened to what he was saying. Not only is he saying that he broke up with TDE, but he said it was all his fault. He said TDE didn't do nothing wrong. And, I don't know Kendrick personally, but he really seems to be a person of integrity. I'm sure he's getting paid off the song, but it still means something to be able to tell your friends that I was wrong. And he kind of did it in a way where he said creatively, he just wanted to try new stuff that he felt like he was stuck in a box. But it seems like him and Punch and TDE still have a great relationship. He talks to Daylight a lot, and Daylight is still signed to TDE. But it seems like he kicks it with them all the time, and he still got love for them. And yeah, that's one of the few songs on this project. I just say just cut the music out and just focus on the words. And I think you'll be as impressed as I was. TV Off. I know all y'all gonna say is this is just a knockoff, extra great value version of Not Like Us. Beat wise, yeah, but I just still love the vibe of the song. And Kendrick is fun to listen to. when he's not being super lyrical. One of the few people I can say that when they dumb it down, it's almost a little bit better than the normal style of music that they do. And then the final song of the project I loved was Luther. Great use of a sample. And it's just SZA. SZA just carries the song. Her voice is beautiful. And, R&B is kind of dead, man. It's like R&B only lives through the one R&B artist that live on all these R&B labels. And she's a good example of that. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't leave without telling me in the comments what your favorite song was on GNX.